All right, so let's take a look at the nucleus of an atom, and let's take a look at a helium-4. So helium, think on the periodic table, helium always has 2 protons, so if it's helium-4, that's 2 protons, 2 neutrons. So I'll draw the protons with a little plus, and the neutrons will just be little circles because they're neutral. All right, and so if you're looking at this nucleus, or really any nucleus, it kind of doesn't make any sense if you think about it. You have a positive charge right next to a positive charge, so shouldn't these two repel each other? And since you have all these positive charges right next to each other, shouldn't all these positives repel each other, and then the nucleus falls apart essentially? And so obviously the answer is no, it doesn't, because we see nuclei exist, and that's something because of something called the strong nuclear force. And so it's an attraction between protons and neutrons. So there's an attraction between the proton and neutron keeping the nucleus together. So you can kind of think of the neutrons as the glue that's holding the nucleus together. And so the strong nuclear force is one of the 4 fundamental forces. So let's just take a quick look at this stuff, right? We have gravity, right? You guys know about that. Big mass things attracting each other. Electromagnetism, you guys know about that. Positive and negative charges attracting each other. And then there's what's known as the strong nuclear force, which basically is in interaction between protons and neutrons. And then the weak nuclear force, which we won't get into. And so you can read this kind of little diagram about all this stuff, and it does kind of make sense. One of the big things with these forces is that even though the strong nuclear force is much stronger than gravity or even electromagnetic forces, its range is actually really short, right? The strong nuclear force has a very short range. So although this is really strong, it's really short ranged. This is not my area of expertise. At this point, you kind of get into high nuclear physics and basically quantum mechanics. So I like this little kind of diagram here that kind of explains my thought process on this. So feel free to pause the video and read this little cartoon if you'd like.